Experts Show with local celebrity hosts Steve O and Rene. Sit back each week while Steve O and Rene educate you with live in-studio experts, such as lawyers, doctors, home improvement, and financial experts in their field. Call in and have your questions answered each week at 888-565-1470. Now, here is Steve O and Rene with today's expert in their field.
Good afternoon and welcome to Ask the Experts. Boy, do we have a great show today.
We really do. We have a big macher in the house.
We have a big macher in the house. My name is Steve O, and I'm here with my co-host Rene. And our show is all about bringing in the top experts in South Florida in the areas of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. And boy, do we have a big one today.
We do.
This is, without a doubt, the top assisted living, home care company, not just in Palm Beach County. I would say all of South Florida, because I'm sure there's people in Dade and Broward who would love to be at Morse Life.
Right.
If you want to watch our show live right now, just go to www.wwnnradio.com and look for the WNN TV on the left-hand upper side of the page.
Click on there, and voila, there we are.
And in the second half of the show today,
Yes.
we have Michael Pachatis. He's an attorney, and we're going to talk about public adjusters.
Right.
So,
Okay, so now let's introduce to you the president and CEO of Morse Life, Keith Myers. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to speaking with you and talking to the audience.
and they're going to be with us every month. That's the great part about Morse Life, and you're going to have a different representative on each month.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it because we tell a story about what are the services that we're able to offer to the community, either long-term care, short-term rehab, independent assisted living, and we have one of the largest home and community-based service arm in the entire Southeast.
That I didn't
They
know.
offer everything. So, Keith, you're the CEO of one of Florida's largest nonprofit senior service organizations.
Yes, I am. I've been the CEO of Morse Life, which we're dedicated to enhance senior living for the past 9 years.
Wow. So tell our listeners a little bit about your background.
Okay, my background is I had schooling from the Medical College of Virginia, and I got my grad degree from the George Washington University.
Good school.
Before I came to South Florida, I was running a Jewish organization in Cleveland, very similar, a little smaller than Morse, and then I was recruited down here to run the operations of Morse Life.
Wow.
How does
That's
it feel to wake
impressive.
up every morning knowing you're the CEO and president of such a fine company?
I wake up with a sense of excitement.
That's
I
nice.
also wake up with a feeling of joy because I'm able to help the community and also help individuals who need our services. So it's a good feeling inside because I know what we do is needed and also is well respected by our community members.
Absolutely. So give us a general overview of Morse Life.
Okay. Morse Life, which is located on 37 acres in West Palm Beach, is, we're celebrating our 33rd year this year.
Wow.
Nice.
And we offer the full continuum of care. Such services that we offer include short-term rehab, long-term care. We have independent living, assisted living. We have one of the largest home and community-based service arms which offers services such as private home care, Medicare home care, and that's for people who are a patient in a hospital or a nursing home, and when they go home, they need some nursing care or rehab care. We also have a very strong care management division, and I don't know if you know this, but we have a Meals on Wheels program. We serve over 50,000 Meals on Wheels a year to the community.
Wow.
And
I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No.
That's
I did not know
incredible.
that.
We also have a program that we call Morse Life Neighbor to Neighbor. We're in 16 senior gated communities all throughout Palm Beach County, providing services such as information referral, safety checks at home, balance assessments, all for free. And it is resource that enables the people who live in that community to obtain questions and answers of some issues that they may have, and also provides them with an outreach of services that we can offer to them. So it's a great resources that we have, and I am very proud to say that we are the only provider in Palm Beach County to offer the PACE program.
Which is what?
PACE stands for Program All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly. There was an article in the Palm Beach Post this week citing the importance of PACE, and it's really in conjunction with the Affordable Care Act. And the way the PACE program works is that if you're duly certified for Medicare and Medicaid, and you want to stay at home, but you meet the eligibility of requiring nursing home care, we will come to your house, pick you up, bring you to our PACE program, and we will be responsible for all your health care needs.
And that's covered?
That is covered.
Wow.
And it's the doctor will take care of you. You'll be seen by our nurse practitioners. You will take advantage of our adult daycare services. We will be responsible for making sure that you have meals, that your house is clean, and that if you need additional care, we have contracts with all type of providers, including hospitals, nursing homes, and physicians in the community. We are like an insurance company, but it gives you, as a person in the community, a sense of security. So very proud of that accomplishment.
So you guys do a lot of giving back in the community. It's
well,
not just taking, it's giving back.
And we think it's extremely important. You know, I'm very proud. We have over 2,500 employees that work for Morse, and I'm happy to say that we are a Gold Seal Award
Yes, we saw
award
that.
facility. We also are one of the second teaching nursing facilities in the state. We are a 5-star facility, both the federal government and the state government. And I am also very proud to say that we are the only long-term care or nursing home that has 2 full-time medical directors and 4 full-time nurse practitioners.
And you also deal with elderly on the poverty level side.
Yes, we do.
So tell people about that as well.
Well, we provide care to anyone and everybody who needs our services, and we have a very strong foundation, and a lot of the money that is given to our Morse Life Foundation is for certain services such as Meals on Wheels, indigent home care, and also if people are not at the poverty level but they are just barely over that, we have a sliding scale fee. So we will work a deal with you so you can afford the service if you're not on Medicaid yet. We have a motto at Morse Life that no one will go without what they need. So no senior will go without.
And
we
this is
believe
why
that.
they're so successful.
Oh, exactly. You know, I know that I've read up that a lot of females take care of their elderly. I mean, nothing against us men, but it just seems
Well, that's
like
the way it works.
But now a lot of the women are working full time now.
So it makes it really difficult.
So it makes it difficult. So that's where Morse Life could really come in.
Correct. And, you'll learn hopefully from our talk today that we constantly are evolving and we are being responsive to the changes in the environment. And like you just said, many of the daughters of seniors are working. So some of the things that we have provided include a very strong care management program. Our care management program is called Just Checking, and it's full of licensed social workers and nurse practitioners. And we will go to the house of a loved one, senior loved one. We'll do a total assessment of what that individual needs, and then we will broker in new services so that individual can age in place gracefully. Also, our Morse Life Neighbor to Neighbor program is another program because even though it's a program that we offer 2 to 3 times a week in these senior gated communities, it gives the seniors that live in that community a resource. a resource to understand some of the questions that how they're aging in place, and if they need to know where to get home care, or they need care management services, or how to maneuver in these healthcare waters.
Because
And
it's overwhelming. It really
is overwhelming. And being a senior who may be living by themselves, they at least will have that resources. So that's another resource that we have. And also with the establishment of our PACE program. That is also because if you're working and your loved one is eligible for nursing home care, and you have decided, I feel more comfortable and secure that there is a program out there that will maintain the total health of my mother or father, then we will enlist you in the PACE program. And therefore, if you're working, at least you know someone, Morse Life, is really keeping a careful watch on your loved one.
How do you go about screening your caretakers?
Okay, well, we have to do background checks. Okay, a lot of caregivers are bonded.
Okay.
So we need to make sure that. See, unfortunately, a lot of the people in our community do not know the difference between a certified home care agency or a registry. The registries, unlike Morse Life, they do not go about making sure that the background check was done of a caregiver. But when you run a certified home care agency, first of all, it's by law that you have to be certified, and you have to do a background check. And then we go the extra mile because we want to make sure that people are bonded. Because if they're participating as a caregiver in your home, we want to make sure that everything is up and no one's being taken advantage of. Remember, in today's world, a lot of the seniors, and as you know, South Florida is the fastest growing senior population in the entire country.
It is.
And I have to say, the South County area in Palm Beach is the fastest. If you look at it, there's over 42% of the population is Jewish and 75 and older. The fastest growing county in the entire country, faster than New York, California,
well,
Chicago.
this is where people come to retire.
Exactly. And guess what the second fastest senior population is? It's North County at 32%.
Wow.
That are 75 and older. So we have to be prepared in order to help this influx and demographic shift that is occurring. I bet you don't know this, but it's really important to note, and one of the reasons that we have made a great amount of transformation on our campus, that in the next 10 to 15 years, the population of Palm Beach County, Planning District number 9, is going to increase threefold, go from 300,000 to 900,000.
Wow.
And because of that, we had to reposition Morse Life for the future. And it was a four-prong approach. One of the capital projects that we just opened was our short-term rehab.
That's what I was going to ask you next about that, because it's state-of-the-art.
It's state-of-the-art. It's 120 private rooms, private bathrooms, divided up into 6 neighborhoods. So each neighborhood has 20 private rooms, and in the middle of the neighborhood is a centralized great room. In the great room, they have an open-air kitchen. They have private dining, sitting area, dining space, and attached to that building is a 6,000 square foot gym. When you walk into our MAC pavilion, which is our short-term rehab, it will resemble a luxury hotel, but I can tell you,
and typically you don't see that with rehabs,
right? But we are the premier short-term rehab in the entire country. So that was the first capital project. The next capital project that we embarked on, and we just opened 2 weeks ago, we took our oldest building, the Resnick Pavilion, which is 160 beds, and just added new HVAC, hurricane-resistant glass. We did all new resident rooms, furniture, fixtures, and equipment, new wall coverings, a brand new nursing home. And now our third project, which we just started 2 weeks ago, was to take our oldest building, which is 120 beds, reconfigure the space into a 52-unit assisted living for memory-impaired residents, and adding 30 new nursing home bids for dementia care. So the 3 projects, one focuses on short term, the second one focuses on long term, and the third one is focusing on dementia or Alzheimer's care.
Which is so prevalent. It really is.
It is, and it's definitely is such a need out there. And I'm very happy to announce that beginning April of 2015, we will break ground on the second phase of our independent and assisted living and start building a 182-unit independent living, 10 stories high, called the Tradition Tower. And that will fill out our entire campus. And that is how we, working together with our board of directors, have decided to position us for the influx of the demographic shift that's going to occur in Palm Beach County with all these seniors moving here.
Where were they when my Nana was alive?
No, but the nice thing is that you could go from independent living to assisted living, so you could just move along
Right. You know,
into the different facilities.
Any given day, we touch over 3,600 people, either on the campus or within the community. So we're constantly helping people, identifying needs, and getting the services that they need or bringing the services to their homes.
Well, hey, we got to go take a break. We got to pay some bills, and we come back more with CEO. How do you spell CEO? CEO and President of Morse Life, Keith Myers. We will be right back.
Morse Life is a nationally recognized provider of elder care and support services for seniors and their families in Palm Beach County. Located on the expansive Marilyn and Stanley M. Katz Seniors Campus in West Palm Beach. Morse Life is dedicated to enhancing quality of life for older adults through a full range of services. Morse Life provides long-term care, state-of-the-art short-term rehabilitation, luxury independent and assisted living, memory care, and home health services. Morse Life is also the exclusive Palm Beach County affiliate for PACE, the national program of all-inclusive care for the elderly. Morse Life has been awarded the Governor's Gold Seal of Excellence and is a 5-star nursing facility committed to continuous research and training that consistently delivers enlightened senior care. Morse Life also offers concierge care for clients seeking an enhanced level of private home care. For more information or a tour of the campus, please call 561-471-5111 or visit www.morselife.org.
And we're back. Let me tell you something, we have the greatest board op. We never say that. Kid is absolutely, and we've been through a lot of board ops.
We have. And not good ones.
No, he is really good. He keeps the show together. We're here with, I'm like mesmerized, like listening to about Morse Life. This place is like Disneyland for adults.
Right.
This is so amazing. And what they're doing for the community, you just don't hear that very often.
Well, like I said, it's overwhelming, especially for those children that work and have elderly parents, and the parents don't typically want to leave their homes. So what do you do in that case? I mean, you know, because a lot of children of the elderly don't want to, they're torn between knowing that their family member needs to be someplace and they don't want to leave. So how do you handle situations like that?
Well, there are a number of ways that we handle situations. We try to promote our adult day care services, which a family member would drop a loved one off, and they would spend 8 hours with us. They will have a breakfast nosh. They will have participated in activities. Then they will have a hot lunch, and then participate in more activities. That's one way. If they won't leave their home, then they can call our home care, and we can bring in a aide to provide care in the house. They can do chore and companion services. They can take them shopping. They can help them throughout the day with activities. You know, but also it's really important to note that one of the main reasons why the disease process progresses is that seniors are isolated.
Right. And they're lonely, yeah.
Exactly.
So you could have all the money in the world, but if you're isolated and you're lonely, that disease process will become worse. And unfortunately, it'll take an emergent situation which is bad, and that means that person may end up in the
You
hospital.
don't want to wait to get to
Right.
that part.
And that's the bad issue, because I have to tell you, there's a lot of people in Palm Beach and Boca who have moved to our independent and assisted living called the Tradition of the Palm Beaches. Of course, it was hard to get them out of that house. So their loved one kept the house for them. But
Like I said, it's a tough decision.
Right.
It really is.
and but they were isolated.
Right.
But once they moved into the independent and assisted living, they had a rebirth. They met new friends, new family.
They
It
had
was
people to talk to.
and it was like a renaissance. And they had a whole rebirth on life. And let me tell you, they are so happy and they are flourishing. They
I mean,
have,
even for the daycare thing that you have going on, which is wonderful,
Right.
to get people out, the elderly out even just for the day, and they could still come back to their home.
and it's extremely important. And I'm just so proud of the many stories of accomplishments of these people who have come to the tradition or have come to our adult daycare and have met new people, and they are living a whole new life, as I say, a whole new lease on life again.
Oh, exactly. Because listen, I know that I watched my mother actually just melt away because she didn't have anybody. And listen, everybody's life is busy, and sometimes the kids forget about mom or dad, not just mom. And you offer something that's going to take care of all that. There isn't anything you don't offer for seniors, basically, when it comes to assisted living or home care.
Yeah, we're very proud. We offer the full continuum of care, and that's what makes Morse so special, because it depends on when you need our services. And then you get to choose. It's like choosing a menu. And then we will help you, because we have people who are experts who will help you not only maneuver through, as I said, the healthcare waters. We will help you obtain benefits. We will help you and your family, tell you what the next step is, or if you need additional care. You just sit back and say, call Morse, and Morse will be there, and we will take care of all your issues. That's why I'm very proud of our care management program, because a lot of families may live up north, their mother or father down here.
Which is very typical, yes.
You just call us up, we come, we do the assessment, and we broker the services, and that person can age in place at right then and there. We have made a strategic decision over the past 2 years to really start peppering South County with our private home care, with our Medicare home care, with our outpatient rehab, and with our care management services, because as I told you, we are in the process of finishing and fulfilling all our goals in West Palm Beach. But as we continue to meet people and serve the South County area, we will soon be looking for a second campus. And the word about Morse Life will be easily recognized.
The word is wonderful.
And they'll be able to say, yes, welcome this campus, because I know the great services that they have provided to my mother or to my father, and they have been a great resource. So it's just like a hand-in-glove situation.
Something like a CEO who's like a walking billboard, who's got so much passion. Your passion really shows. Now, people in Broward, they can come into Morse Life?
Oh, of course.
Martin County?
Everybody can come into Morse Life. The only issue that we have is that we cannot offer services into Martin County, and I'm talking
For
about
home
home
care,
care,
yes.
until we get a license. And I have to tell you that we are looking right now, working with our attorneys in getting a license in Broward County and in the Martin County areas.
Perfect, yes.
For the contingents counties that are right by us.
And you know what? If you've got your mom or dad who live in New York, bring them down here. Bring them back where you're at. Doesn't matter if they live in New York, if they want to use your assisted living facility.
And it's also important, if you go to our webpage, www.morselife.org, you will see the full continuum of care that we offer. And if you live in Broward,
Which
if
is
you live
extensive, yes.
yeah.
It really is.
And if you live in Dade or Martin County, and you need short-term rehab, you just come to Morse, because we have the best physicians. We have the best equipment. We have a piece of equipment there called an Ultra G. An Ultra G is, say you broke a hip or you had a knee replacement. When you left the hospital, you have to wait for your physician to give you weight-bearing status. Therefore, you're sitting in the nursing facility with short-term rehab, depressed. But when you come to Morse, because of our Ultra G, you start your rehab on day one. And because you get into this machine, and they inflate pants, and then you can start moving your legs, because then as you continue to progress, we move down the weight bearing status. We work with your physician, and then they lift it. But the nice thing is that you start your rehab on day one. No other short-term rehab in the entire state
I just had my hip
have
replaced.
that. So exactly.
It took, what was it, 2 weeks before I could even start working out at all?
Well, you
3
started
weeks?
walking immediately, but
we're
it took a
talking
while
about
for you to get.
working out,
Yes.
though.
Yeah, and these people cannot, if you don't have this machine, you can't start your rehab, and you have to wait for your physician to lift your weight bearing
That's exactly
status.
right.
And you know what? We have one, and guess who else has one? The Miami Heat.
I was going to say the president.
Okay, so the Miami Heat
I
has
would
that
say the
on the
Miami
Jeep.
Heat's more impressive for me.
So that's why if you live in Martin County or Dade County or Broward, you need rehab, you come right to Morse Life, and we are the top facility in the entire Southeast.
Now, you have a history, you have a tradition of Jewish values.
Yes, we do.
But do you have to be Jewish to come there?
No, you do not have to be Jewish. Let me tell you, 33 years ago, people in Palm Beach decided it was time to build a Jewish nursing home. So they rolled out a capital campaign, and they built the first 120 beds. The need was so great that 6 years later, they rolled out another capital campaign, and they added 160 beds, bringing the total bed complement to 280. 10 years ago, they rolled out another capital campaign and started the independent and assisted living. And today, I'm proud to say that we rolled out another capital campaign, which we're $25 million strong, and we're able to do these projects that I talked about, the short-term rehab, the remodeling of the long-term care, the reconfiguration of our oldest building into a 52-unit assisted living for memory impaired residents, and adding 30 new nursing home beds. And we're getting ready to roll out another capital campaign to build the tower, the Tradition Tower, which is 182 units with 10 stories on the back part of our campus.
Hey, when we tell you we find the best experts,
This is the expert.
That's
Yes.
like an understatement with Morse Life. I mean, listen, I don't have any. All of my relatives, older relatives have passed. I've even heard of Morse Life. That just tells you, your name is out there. You've got an impeccable reputation. But all these things that I'm learning today, it's like, I'm just going to sit back and listen to Keith. This is amazing.
Give everyone your address in Palm Beach.
Okay, our address is 4748 Gladstone Drive, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33417.
Ooh, he knows the zip code too.
Wow.
And guess what their phone number is? I've got it.
Go ahead.
It's 561-471-5111.
Right, and give your website address as well.
Okay, our website is www.morselife.org.
Okay, don't
And
put .com in.
and remember the
It's
telephone number is 561-471-4511. 471-4511.
Oh, it's 4511.
Yes.
How did we have
You
5111?
wrote it wrong.
I did. I did. Okay, so this is, I told you, 30 minutes goes by so fast. I think I want to talk next time about the insurance is changing so much, health insurance, and I mean, I bet that really keeps you busy.
Well, because a lot of people in South Florida, or really in Palm Beach, are converting to a Medicare Advantage program. And because it's a little cheaper in their pocketbooks, and it helps them, they have to go with these certain type of carriers. So what Morse did is that we've contracted with 9 insurance carriers so we can help individuals who need short-term rehab, who need long-term care, who need home care, and we can be their provider. So we made sure, that was another strategic effort that we made so we could care for people as they continue to change. And I have to tell you that we are looking for the future. One thing that we are looking at, and every year I offer I really host a strategic planning retreat for my directors. And this year we're looking at developing a step-down unit like a hospital step-down unit. So we will be focusing with insurers so we can be able to carry for their followers.
Well, we got to run. You're going to be back with us, or at least a representative of Morse Life will be with us next month, and the month after, and the month after. I'm so
Thanks so much for coming on today,
Thanks
Keith.
so much for coming. I mean, you've got a busy position.
Well, I've enjoyed talking with you.
We can't wait for you guys to come back on.
And I really enjoyed telling people about the services that we offer, because we are mission driven. We're constantly evolving, and we want to be there to help the community. And that's what's really important. Being a mission-driven organization, a nonprofit, we can do stuff that other for-profits cannot do, and we can constantly be innovative. And also, it's important to note, being the thought leader in our industry is extremely important and something that we're very proud of. And that is what we do each and every day, so we can help our community.
This is why they're so successful.
Thanks again, Keith. We'll see you guys
Keith.
next month.
Thank you very much.
And we will be right back on the other side with Michael Puchatis, attorney.
We'll be
public
right back.
adjuster.
Morse Life is a nationally recognized provider of elder care and support services for seniors and their families in Palm Beach County. Located on the expansive Maryland and Stanley M. Katz Seniors Campus in West Palm Beach. Morse Life is dedicated to enhancing quality of life for older adults through a full range of services. Morse Life provides long-term care, state-of-the-art short-term rehabilitation, luxury independent and assisted living, memory care, and home health services. Morse Life is also the exclusive Palm Beach County affiliate for PACE, the national program of all-inclusive care for the elderly. Morse Life has been awarded the Governor's Gold Seal of Excellence and is a 5-star nursing facility committed to continuous research and training that consistently delivers enlightened senior care. Morse Life also offers concierge care for clients seeking an enhanced level of private home care. For more information or a tour of the campus, please call 561-471-5111 or visit www.morselife.org.
Hi, I'm Steve O with the Ask the Experts radio show. Join my co-host Rene and I every Friday as we interview some of the most prominent professionals in Palm Beach and Broward County. Each week we combine educational information on a variety of topics with a touch of humor and entertainment in the areas of legal, health, financial, and home improvement so you can be more informed. We offer interviews on such topics as family law, foreclosure defense, estate planning, sleep apnea, roof repair, funeral pre-needs, mold and mildew, alcoholism addiction, and even a show that teaches you how to buy a new and used car from one of the top dealerships in South Florida. If you have a business and would like to be part of the Ask the Expert show, contact us at 954-336-3767. Position your company as an expert in your field. Call Ask the Experts radio show at 954-336-3767. Be sure to catch our show every Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. or watch our show live at wwnnradio.com and click on the WWNN TV link.
Roof leaks, broken plumbing, fire, theft, vandalism. Your home insurance policy covers these damages and much more. As a licensed Florida attorney for over 20 years in claims management and insurance litigation, the law office of Michael A. Puchatis can handle your claim at every stage, including litigation, should your insurance company refuse to pay, at no cost to you. Their legal team provides 24-hour claim reporting, free inspections and estimates by qualified loss consultants within 24 hours of your call, full-service legal representation until your claim is paid in full. And if a lawsuit must be filed to force the insurance company to pay for your damages, the legal fees and costs are paid directly by the insurance company. No recovery, no fees. The law office of Michael A. Puchatis will turn property damage into money in your pocket to fix your home at no cost to you. Don't keep wasting time and money making repairs on your own. Call the law firm of Michael A. Puchatis today, 305-908-1859.
And we're back. We have, I think this is a special guest because of what goes on here in South Florida with our weather, and not just the weather,
Right.
but we don't have just a public adjuster. We have an attorney who's a public adjuster. So
It doesn't
imagine
get better
going
than
up
that.
against the insurance company when you've got an attorney there
Right.
versus a company. So let's welcome to our show attorney Michael Puchatis.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Steve and Rene. It's a pleasure to be here and to address your listeners. And actually, just as a clarification, I am not a public adjuster by any stretch of the imagination. I'm far better than that as it relates to insurance cases and claims. My law office actually has public adjusters that work for us. We are the dog, not the tail. The public adjusters that work for our company, for my law firm, are the
So
ones
you
that
handle
prepare.
insurance claims.
Exactly. And the reason and really the main benefit for having an attorney as opposed to having just a public adjuster working for you is that number one, the attorney obviously commands a lot more respect from
Absolutely.
an insurance company.
Yes.
And number two, which is also very important, is that by law the attorney is paid separately for his fees and costs. So unlike a public adjuster is actually paid a percentage or obtains a percentage from the proceeds that the insurance company pays the homeowner or business owner or the policyholder. So you're sharing your money with the public adjuster, as opposed to having an attorney who is paid separately by Florida law, and of course can handle your claim a lot quicker and more aggressively and get the insurance company to pay you more at absolutely no cost because
And
I'm
faster,
paid
too.
separately and faster.
They're not
too.
going to drag their feet when an attorney is starting off the process. Is that
Right.
right?
That's absolutely right.
And this doesn't just pertain to hurricanes, because I know, like, even my sister had a pipe burst in her kitchen, and she had a public adjuster come out, and she's still waiting to collect on that.
No, absolutely. It's there's a long menu of items that are covered under your insurance policy.
Can we talk about that?
Absolutely. And hurricanes, is more commonly known, but they're far less common.
Yes.
I mean,
Thank
the last-
God. Yes.
It's absolutely. I'm a homeowner as well, and
Right.
I don't want a hurricane. The last hurricane we had was Wilma down here in the South Florida back in October of 2005, which when a month or two before that we had Katrina, the one that destroyed New Orleans. But we also have coverage. Every homeowner policy and business owner policy has coverage for what insurance companies don't want you to know, other than hurricane, for windstorm, which we get practically every afternoon
Right.
in the summer months. I mean, those passing rains that
They could do damage.
can do tremendous damage to your roof and cause roof openings. And the insurance policy covers all of the repairs, partial repairs to your roof to cover those roof openings caused by windstorm. Again, I want to repeat windstorm. It's
Right.
a new term that all homeowners should be aware of. Put aside the hurricane. Hurricane is obvious. Windstorm perhaps is not as obvious, and insurance companies want to bury that in there and not advise their homeowners that
So they
pay
try
good-
not to pay for those.
So they try, well,
For those claims.
basically just not even to inform you that you have a right to make a claim for a windstorm, which
Because I
happens
wasn't
every
aware
day.
of that.
We actually do a roofing show here, and he has told us about what wind does to a roof, and that a lot of people don't even realize what their policies say.
Absolutely, and it's on your checklist of coverages. And the windstorm carries a completely different deductible. It normally is a $500 or $1,000 deductible. It's not like hurricane claims, which is they will cover, based on a percentage of your policy amount. This is just straight. It's an all perils fixed deductible ranging from $500 to $2,500 depending on your particular policy. But it covers all wind-caused damages, wind and rain. It's windstorm. So these really flash storms that we get that last for maybe an hour, that drop a lot of rain and wind and then go away and it's sunny again, that is covered. All those damages, so you don't
Not
have
just
to
roof
wait.
leaking, but you have water damage.
No,
problems.
let me tell you something. One time from the rain, I had water that came through my dining room chandelier, and I fought with the insurance company. I never got paid for that, which damaged my ceiling and my wood floor.
I would say a good 60% of our volume of cases are windstorm, particularly down in Dade and Broward, because I do other advertising down there as well. And thankfully, people have started to respond, and they now realize that they have coverage for windstorm. And again, it would cover repairs to your roof and any ensuing water loss. That is, any water damage to your ceilings, your walls, your floors, caused by the rain that entered your home from an afternoon windstorm.
What made you decide, coming out of law school and starting a practice, to get into this area? Because we work with others around the country. You're the first attorney.
Well, I've been practicing law now for 24 years, and actually the first 18 years or so I was on the defense side. And before I came to, as some of my former defense attorney friends, still my friends, joke with me, I went, before coming over to the dark side, where and I represent homeowners and business owners against insurance companies. I was defending those insurance companies, and in fact, I was general counsel and senior vice president for a company that myself and 3 partners formed.
So that gave you an edge.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I sat on
the inside how they work.
Absolutely. I sat on the board of directors for Citizens Insurance and also for the Florida Insurance Guarantee Association. I was the chair of the Florida Auto JUA Association. So I've been really mostly, for most of my career, an insurance industry insider. And in 2008, 2009, with the recession, and unfortunately, we lost our business, our insurance company business, and then I flipped over to the dark side. And I've been representing homeowners, and actually...
you do business too, though, not just homeowners, right?
I do business owners, and yeah, absolutely. Every dwelling, every commercial building that's covered by an insurance policy, for which we have coverage for property damage ranging from windstorm and plumbing. That's another big area.
Yes.
People do not realize how much coverage you have for broken plumbing. You have to hire a plumber, and they come in, they open your drywall, have to open your floors in order to fix a pipe.
And then you have to replace the floors and everything. Yeah.
The walls, and then you sometimes have to replace bathrooms, kitchens, things of that nature. All of those, the replacement of the bathrooms, the kitchens,
So
the floors.
does mold does that come into play too?
Absolutely, and mostly every time you have a plumbing leak, that you need to hire a plumber, and then as a result have to replace the floors, the kitchen, the bathroom walls, whatever it may be, you're also invariably going to find mold. Just the nature of our environment in South Florida. So you have mold testing and remediation coverage as well. Typically, most of our plumbing cases also have a secondary claim for mold remediation, because when you find the leak, there's going to be mold somewhere nearby.
That makes sense. We do a mold show with
Yes.
U.S. Mold. So yes, that's exactly right. I actually saw that a insurance company, the tile on the floor was bad, and they just tried to replace just the tiles that were bad. But that tile was not even available anymore.
No, you can't match up the tiles. So they don't want to replace the whole floor.
Well, they never do. They don't even want to
Do anything.
acknowledge your
Their
Right.
job is to pay the least amount possible.
Yeah, well, their job, first and foremost, and again, speaking to you as a former general counsel for an insurance company, which used to be my job, their first reaction is to deny your claim outright. And
deny it.
I hope you go away and don't come back. And, of course, they
Does that
continue.
happen a lot?
Oh, absolutely.
Happens all the time.
Yes.
That's why you have to go to Michael.
Well, that's why you see on TV so many commercials. Every other commercial you see on TV is an insurance company commercial. Where do you think they get all the money
right.
to pay for the little mascots and things that they come up with for advertising their insurance companies? The money comes from the homeowners and business owners, from policyholders
paying
that pay
for claims.
premiums. And every year insurance companies will raise your premiums and add more exclusions to your policy. So every year you end up getting far less for having to pay more money to have coverage for things that many times people are not aware of what they have. And it's about 30 pages. Your standard insurance policy is a contract. It's about 30 pages long. And
most people don't read it.
Most
They have no
people don't
clue.
read it. And even when you try to read it, I have difficulty sometimes figuring it out. Judges do. Sometimes we present cases and we go to a hearing and the judge is scratching his or her head, not sure what the language says. It's written purposely that way so that people become confused. Of course, they have lawyers that write these complicated, clauses in your insurance contracts, and in order to match that, you need an attorney representing you
Exactly.
every step of the way.
So what happens if you start out using another public adjuster? Can you switch over to your law firm?
Absolutely, and a public adjuster will only take you so far. A public adjuster is not a lawyer.
Right.
They're not licensed to practice law in the state of Florida. A public adjuster can only report your claim. And basically try to negotiate some kind of settlement with the insurance company. Typically, the insurance company, again, will either outright deny your claim And unless you're represented by an attorney from the get-go, more likely than not, they will outright deny your claim because they're hoping you're going to just forget and not come
Go
back
away,
and
not
go
fight them,
away.
right.
Or they will pay a partial amount of the amount that we're seeking or that the public adjuster is seeking. And then at that point, basically, the public adjuster's role is complete. I mean, there's nothing else for the public adjuster to do other than to charge you the 20 or 30% that they typically charge you. The public adjuster's name will appear on your check, assuming, the insurance company decides to
That's
pay
a large percentage,
a portion
though.
of your
Yeah.
claim. Yes, absolutely. So with an attorney, you always will need an attorney.
Right.
Unless you're willing to settle for the amount that the
Exactly.
insurance company is paying you, and giving the portion due to the public adjuster, whatever it is that you have net after paying the public adjuster, unless you're satisfied with that amount, that's as far as you can go, really. You need to then hire a
I
lawyer.
want to get into some horror stories when we come back from break about some of the things that you've seen that people just hired a public adjuster and how much money they left on the table. So we're here with attorney Michael Puchatis. He's an attorney. He's not a public
He's
adjuster.
not a public adjuster.
You
He
said it.
is an attorney,
And we will
an
be-
insurance attorney.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Roof leaks, broken plumbing, fire, theft, vandalism. Your home insurance policy covers these damages and much more. As a licensed Florida attorney for over 20 years in claims management and insurance litigation, the law office of Michael A. Puchatis can handle your claim at every stage, including litigation, should your insurance company refuse to pay, at no cost to you. Their legal team provides 24-hour claim reporting, free inspections and estimates by qualified loss consultants within 24 hours of your call, full-service legal representation until your claim is paid in full. And if a lawsuit must be filed to force the insurance company to pay for your damages, the legal fees and costs are paid directly by the insurance company. No recovery, no fees. The law office of Michael A. Puchatis will turn property damage into money in your pocket to fix your home at no cost to you. Don't keep wasting time and money making repairs on your own. Call the law firm of Michael A. Puchatis today, 305-908-1859.
And we're back. You know what? This to me, I want to say this before we get started. The reason for this show is we're bringing you the finest experts in South Florida.
We're trying to educate people.
You never know when you're going to have an accident at the house. Forget about hurricanes. You never know. With our rainstorms, you just never know. And then when it happens, you start Googling. How do you know who you're going to get?
And how do you know you can trust them?
Exactly. So
And you
we
want
bring
somebody
you
reputable.
the finest. And I was just thinking while you were talking, the attorney, when you hire a company, a public adjuster, attorney is probably way down the road. Right. You're right there at the very beginning.
And you do house calls.
Absolutely. And I think that many public adjusters, they do a lot of advertising, and that's true, and good for them. They've been very effective in their advertising. And attorneys do advertising as well, but you mostly hear about vehicle, personal injury
PI,
cases,
right.
bankruptcies,
Exactly.
immigration,
Exactly.
Divorce law, things of that nature. But you're correct. There aren't as many attorneys that advertise in this area, and the feeling seems to be like we'll let the public adjusters handle most of that stuff, and eventually it's going to come to an attorney anyway. The public adjuster will refer a case to a lawyer.
But why not start out with the attorney?
That's exactly right, and that's my approach, which is rather unique. I think a little more unique than what you normally see, because, and again, speaking to you as a former general counsel, if you want your claim to be settled and handled quickly, you want to hire a lawyer from the beginning. Not at the end,
Right.
When the public adjuster is done and has charged his or her 20-30%, you want to bring in a lawyer from day one.
Exactly.
And we do everything. Again, I have the public adjusters work for my firm. I send a public adjuster to your home, a licensed public adjuster that, again, works for my office.
And you have contractors, too.
And yes, as well. And everything is I pay for all of the expenses. I pay for all the costs. We make the house calls, Rene, as you pointed out. All you need to do is call the number.
Give everyone your phone number.
It's 305-908-1859, 305-908-1859. And then one of our office representatives will get your information. Obviously, we first want to determine whether or not you have an active insurance policy. And then what we do is we then send you our adjuster, and then you coordinate whatever time is convenient for the adjuster
What
to
is your
visit your
rapid
home.
response team? What do they do?
It's basically made up of an adjuster that will first go out, verify the loss, take photographs. They do what is called a scope of your damages. They prepare a written estimate. For instance, in the case we discussed about the plumber, that now you need to replace your kitchen, your bathroom, whatever it is. So they'll write an estimate for what it would cost to repair and replace your entire kitchen, let's say, for example, new cabinets, new countertops, whatever, drywall has to be changed, floors that have to be replaced. So we write up an estimate. My employee, again, the adjuster, prepares the estimate, takes photographs to document, as evidence, the damages that occurred. And then we report the claim directly to the insurance company, and it's being reported on behalf of your attorney, Michael Puchades, and the insurance company will then typically respond relatively quickly.
How long does it take to get a check?
I give the insurance company no more, I should say, than 30 days to respond, because at the moment that we report the loss, we are complying with all the post-loss obligations contained in the insurance contract, in the insurance policy. We're providing them with a sworn statement of proof of loss. We're providing them with the written estimates, photographs, everything. So they have no excuse to drag their feet.
And what happens if they deny paying, if they don't want to pay the claim?
Well, then we go straight to court.
Right.
And I file a lawsuit. In fact, in my notice of claim letter, I'm letting them know if in 30 days we cannot resolve this claim, for the amount we're seeking, we're filing a lawsuit, as you have a right to do, in state court, which we then do. My office pays. I pay for the filing fees associated with filing the complaint in court. And at that point, it gets serious for the insurance companies, because then they say, hold on, because now they have to hire their own attorneys to answer the complaint, engage in litigation, which makes it more expensive for the insurance company.
Of course.
So typically, upon receiving service of the complaint, I will receive a phone call from the insurance company saying, let's work this out.
Trying to settle.
Yeah, exactly. To try to settle the case, rather than incurring additional expenses, having to hire their own lawyer. So once again, the reason they respond so quickly and they pay you more is because you have a lawyer by your side, fighting for your rights. And then again, by Florida law, I get paid separately.
And can I take that a step further? If I'm going to court with another attorney, this is all you do. You're not like a boutique,
yes,
so to say.
Right.
You do criminal, you do PI. This is all you do.
This is
his expertise.
They're not going to pull the wool over your eyes, basically.
No, this is my my specialty. Again, and most of it comes from my years on the other side, defending insurance companies, and even being a part owner and officer and director of an insurance company. And also as an insurance company insider, having done work for insurance companies in the state of Florida and for the Department of Insurance. So again, I bring all that knowledge to the table.
Why go anywhere else?
Representing the homeowner.
Yes.
How long do they have to make their claim? Is there a
statute
time
of limitations
period or anything?
Yeah, the statute of limitations is, because an insurance policy is a contract, is your standard statute of limitations for all contracts, which is 5 years.
Okay.
However, realistically, the evidence goes stale. Memories fade. You want to, as soon as you experience a loss, you want to start the process.
You want it fixed.
Exactly. You want it. So technically, you do have 5 years. However, with plumbing claims, for instance, which are more and more common now, because people are starting to realize, hey, I have a right to have my kitchen replaced and my bathroom fixed and replaced, and those floors fixed, because the plumber came, trenched my floors and put in new PVC pipes, but he left a big hole in my floor. So people now realize they have a right to make claims for those things. But those are a little more time sensitive, because you do have to report the loss to the insurance company, the loss being when you discovered the leak, within 14 days of discovering the leak.
That's fair enough.
Okay, so especially on plumbing cases, if you have a leak,
notice that immediately.
Immediately, if you see that the bottom cabinet's under your kitchen sink, you open
if you
those
see
bottom
moisture,
cabinets,
you know there's a problem.
You see moisture, you should hire call a plumber, or call us. Actually, we will send you a plumber. We have roofers, we have other kinds of contractors as well that work for us. And again, I'm covering all the expenses from day one. You will never have to pay a penny for anything.
You understand that?
No recovery, no fee. Why is that? Why can I say that? And a public adjuster cannot say that? Because by law, I get paid all my fees and all the costs separately when I get you the money you deserve. And adjusters can't say that, and I do this 100%.
So you have nothing to lose, basically.
7 days a week, 100% of my time I do
You have
this.
everything to win. Really.
Yes,
Can
absolutely.
you give us, we only have a few minutes, can you give us like a horror story? Because I hear these other companies going, well, they were supposed to get $300 and I got them $5 million. You know that's not right, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be a rocket
Well,
scientist.
if it sounds too good to be true.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
It's
if your
not.
home is worth $5 million,
That's a whole different
Yeah,
ball
good-
game.
yes,
but typically
exactly.
that's not the case.
yeah, I mean, you get your whatever your policy limits are, and that's a function of what your home is worth, the value of your home. But again, it all depends on the nature of your loss. I mean, if you have any doubt, just call our office. I mean, we will walk you through every single step. And as we said, we make the house calls. You never even have to leave your home. You don't ever have to come to my office, except if you want to come to the office and shake my hand and so I can hand you the check. But other than that, we make the house calls. We send the team to you. And, of course, we keep you informed every step of the way. But I pay every cost associated with handling your claim and your case in court. And that's because I get paid separately by Florida law.
So if someone has a major water damage problem, you know there's going to be a lot of things involved with that. Do they wait to call you the next day? When do they call you up?
Immediately.
Absolutely, Renee. As soon as you notice the leak, whether it be a windstorm that passes and you look up in the ceiling, you see a little droplet on your ceiling. Whether it be the
But they're going to call the water damage company to come out and clean it up.
See, most people don't even know that they have coverage for that because you think typically when you have insurance, it's just if you have fire or
Right.
or tornado or something like that. Most people don't know if there's a pipe that broke and there's floor damage. You think that you have to, because I know even for myself, you would think that you have to replace it on your own, that the insurance doesn't cover it. Right. So that's why you really need to know this.
You do. You have a duty, as every responsible homeowner and business owner knows, you have a duty to mitigate. You can't allow, the water to flood your house. You have to take responsible steps to call a plumber, call someone right away. If it's in the middle of the night or early in the morning, you want to have somebody there to fix it. But then immediately after doing that, then call our office.
Yes.
And we'll get the ball rolling on getting all those damages repaired that can be very expensive.
Let's give your
Phone number again.
Write this down. This is important.
The number is 305-908-1859. 305-908-1859.
And your website.
My website is www.mapuchades.law.com. Let me spell my last name. That's the
Spell
name
it
that
quickly.
comes from Spain. It's M-A, then P as in Peter, U-C-H-A, D as in David, E-S as in Sam, law, L-A-W.com.
Great. We're going to have Michael with us again next month to talk about more attorney that just happens to do public adjusting.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Thanks for coming
on
in today.
Great show. I can't wait to get even deeper into it next month. And thanks for listening today. Peace and love.
We're out.
Thanks for tuning in today to the Ask the Experts show with Steve O and Rene. Tune in every Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. while some of the top local experts in their field from Broward and Palm Beach counties educate you in the areas of law, health, financial, and home improvement. You can also call our offices at 888-574-6999 to become an expert on our show.